Hey guys, it's Trainer Daryx here again, and today we'll be doing a hardcore Nuzlocke of Pokemon SoulSilver using only flying types, thanks to a suggestion by Romaria Castles. The standard rules of a Nuzlocke are that fainted Pokemon must be permanently boxed, only the first encounter in any route can be caught, and all Pokemon must be given a nickname. Additional hardcore rules are that battle mode must be played on set, no items from the bag can be used in battle, and no over-leveling past the gym leaders or Elite Force Ace. These are all the flying type Pokemon available in Pokemon SoulSilver. However, Dragonite is unavailable because it evolves past the level cap of 50. After distracting Professor Oak from his romance novel, we name ourselves Daryx and start on our journey. We go to Professor Elm's lab to get a Pokemon. However, we get punched by this little peeping Tom near the lab. The starters don't become flying types however, but I pick Cyndaquil because our rival will end up with a Feraligatr that knows Ice Fang to make things more challenging. After a quick battle, we beat that redhead thief and we get a look at his trainer card, and as a reference to the manga, we name him Silver. We then get our first encounter on Route 29, which ends up being a Hoot Hoot. We catch it and name her Hedwig. Our next encounter is on Route 30, which is a Pidgey which we catch and name Big Burb. South of Violet City, we catch a Hopwhip which we name Dandelion. After defeating the Elder in Sprout Tower, we get the TM for Flash and we're ready to challenge the first gym. The gym leader, Falkner, uses flying type Pokemon, so it's a battle to prove who's the better flying type trainer. He starts the battle with Pidgey as we send out Hedwig. We use Hypnosis and put the Pidgey to sleep. We then use Peck as the Pidgey wakes up immediately and uses Tackle which misses. Another Peck gets it in the red and Pidgey hits us with Tackle, but one more Peck knocks out Pidgey. He sends out his ace, a level 13 Pidgeotto, which by all means should be impossible, but we switch out Hedwig and send out Dandelion as Pidgeotto uses Tackle, then Gust which brings us to 10 HP as we use Poison Powder on Pidgeotto and we switch back to Hedwig. Then Pidgeotto uses Gust, then a Tackle, as we retaliate with Uproar which locks us in for a few turns. Pidgeotto uses Roost which restores its HP, but the Uproar brings it back to half, and Pidgeotto uses Roost again as the Uproar continues. But Pidgeotto brings us to 4 HP with Tackle, and the final Uproar plus poison damage brings it in the red as we switch out to Big Burb, and Pidgeotto uses Gust and it goes down to poison damage, winning us the first gym badge and proving who's the superior flying type trainer. After we get an egg from Professor Elm's aid, we go back to Route 46 where we catch a Spearow and name him Beakos. We then fish up a Magikarp which we catch and name King Carp. While traveling through Union Cave, the egg finally hatches into a Togepi which we name Eggshells. While fighting Team Rocket in the Slowpoke well, we find a Zubat which we catch and nickname Batgirl. After clearing out Team Rocket, Silver approaches us in Azalea Town and asks about Team Rocket. However, we make quick work of him and proceed to challenge the next gym leader, Bugsy, who uses Bug-type Pokemon. He sends out his ace Scyther as we first send out Hedwig. Since Scyther is super strong, our strategy is to reduce its attack, so we use Hypnosis on Scyther and get off 3 Growl before Scyther wakes up and uses Lair as we get off another Growl. We then use Hypnosis and get off another Growl before Scyther wakes up and uses Lair again. After Hypnosis and getting hit by another Lair, we get off Hypnosis and switch out to Beakos. It wakes up and uses Quick Attack, but at -6 attack it does little damage as we get off a critical hit Peck which brings it below half. Its Citrus Berry activates and brings it above half. Then we switch into Hedwig, and after 2 Quick Attack, we use Hypnosis on Scyther and then use Peck which brings it below half. Another Peck brings it to about 20% as Bugsy uses a Super Potion, and Peck brings it to about 80%. 2 more Peck brings it into the yellow. Scyther wakes up and uses Quick Attack, and another Peck brings it into the red. After 1 more Quick Attack, Peck knocks out Scyther. Bugsy then sends out his Metapod and we switch into Dandelion and poison it. Then we reduce its defense using Tail Whip. However, Metapod's Shed Skin ability cures it and we use Synthesis. Metapod uses Tackle and we switch out into Batgirl, and as it uses Supersonic and Metapod hurts itself in confusion. Bite brings it into the red and it flinches, and another Bite brings it down. Bugsy then sends out Kakuna as we use Supersonic, then Bite, flinching Kakuna. Another bite brings it below half as it hurts itself in confusion, and 2 more bites bring it down, winning us the match and our second gym badge. After reminding Whitney that she has responsibilities, we catch a Yanma on Route 35 and name her Dragonfly. After Dandelion won a battle, it grew to level 18 and evolved into a Skiploom. After which we challenge the third gym leader, Whitney, who uses normal type Pokemon and is infamous for her infuriating miltank. She starts the battle with a Clefairy and we send out Dragonfly and use Double Team as Clefairy uses Mimic. After maxing out our evasiveness, Clefairy uses Metronome but it misses. We go for a Sonic Boom and Clefairy misses a Double Slap. Another Sonic Boom brings it into the yellow as Clefairy uses Aromatherapy but Whitney uses a Super Potion. After a miss and 3 more Sonic Boom, Clefairy goes down. She sends out Miltank but misses a rollout as we go for Sonic Boom. Another one brings it into the yellow as Miltank connects a rollout. After a Sonic Boom and a U-turn, Miltank goes down, winning us the match and our third gym badge after Whitney throws a tantrum. After a double battle, King Carp evolves into a Gyarados and learns Bite. Then Beakos evolves into a Pharaoh after beating a Wild Meowth. After beating a Team Rocket Grunt at the Ecrituque Theater, a gentleman gives us the HM for Surf. We then find Silver in the Burn Tower and we make quick work of him, after which Hedwig evolves into Noctowl. After beating a gym trainer, Batgirl evolves into Golbat. Then after our next battle, Batgirl evolves into a Crobat, which gives us a strong ally for our team. We challenge the fourth gym leader, Morty, who uses Ghost-type Pokemon. He starts out with Ghastly as we send out Hedwig. Ghastly uses Curse as we use Hypnosis. A Peck brings it into the red as Morty uses a Hyper Potion as we get off another Peck, but Curse damage brings us to 18 HP and we switch out into King Carp. Ghastly wakes up and uses Mean Look as we take it out with Dragon Rage. Morty sends out his Ace Gengar as it gets off a priority Sucker Punch and Bite brings it below half. Its Citrus Berry activates and it misses a Hypnosis and it lives on a Sliver after a Dragon Rage. After a Sucker Punch and a Bite, Gengar goes down. The rest of the battle is a breeze as both his Haunter goes down to a Bite each, winning us the match and our fourth gym badge. In Cianwood City, the fifth gym leader is Chuck, who uses Fighting-type Pokemon. He sends out Primeape as we send out Beakos. Primeape uses Double Team and we use Aerial Ace. It tries to use Focus Punch, but we hit it with Peck and it becomes unable to move. Another Aerial Ace then knocks out Primeape. He sends out his Ace Poliwrath as we switch out into Hedwig. Poliwrath's Hypnosis fails, but it uses Surf as we hit on Hypnosis. After a confusion, Poliwrath wakes up and uses Surf as we hit another confusion. We switch into King Carp as Poliwrath hits us with a Focus Punch and we get the Intimidate drop. Dragon Rage brings it to about 20% HP as its Citrus Berry activates. We use Tackle to bring it into KO range and after a Surf, we knock out Poliwrath with a Dragon Rage, winning us the match and our fifth gym badge. After beating the Red Gyarados at the Lake of Rage, we trade the Red Scale for the EXP share. We agree to help Lance with his investigations and witness a perp get shot with a point-blank Hyper Beam, which should by all means obliterate him. After defeating a scientist, Dandelion evolved into Jumpluff. After shutting down the generators, we get the HM for Whirlpool from Lance and he gives us a perp talk about being a trainer. In preparation for the battle with Jasmine, we give the Charcoal to King Carp and teach it Fire Blast to increase its firepower. The sixth leader, Jasmine, uses Steel-type Pokemon. She starts out with Magnemite and we send out King Carp. Magnemite goes down to a Fire Blast, and their second Magnemite also goes down to a Fire Blast, which is super lucky as Fire Blast has a 70% accuracy. She sends out her Ace Steelix as we switch into Hedwig. Screech drops our defense 2 stages and we hit it with a Hypnosis. We then switch into Dandelion and use Leech Seed. We switch into King Carp as Steelix wakes up and uses a critical hit, Iron Tail. We retaliate with Surf, which brings it into the yellow as its Citrus Berry activates and Steelix uses Rock Throw. We use Dragon Rage and it lives on a Sliver and uses Sandstorm, but Leech Seed damage knocks it out, winning us the match and our 6th gym badge. In preparation for the Mahogany Town gym, we teach Hedwig Hyper Beam and give her the Silk Scarf to boost normal type moves. The gym leader Price uses Ice-type Pokemon. He starts the battle with Seal as we send out King Card. We use Dragon Rage as it uses Icy Wind and lowers our speed. We use Bite, which brings it into the red and it flinches. Price uses a Hyper Potion as we go for another Bite. After getting it in the red, Seal uses Rest. After a couple of bites and an Ice Fang, Seal goes down and King Carp learns Aqua Tail. He sends out his Ace Piloswine and a single Aqua Tail knocks it out. Then his last Pokemon is Dewgong. It uses Aurora Beam as we retaliate with Aqua Tail. After a bite brings it into the yellow, Dewgong uses Rest. After an Aqua Tail, we switch into Hedwig and we use Stab Silk Scarf Boosted Hyper Beam, which takes out Dewgong, winning us the battle and our 7th gym badge. After catching a burglar red-handed, Dragonfly evolves into a Yanmega. After defeating Team Rocket Executive Archer and saving the radio tower, the chairman gives us the Silver Wing. Then south of Blackthorn City, we encounter Skarmory, which we catch and nickname F1 Raptor. We challenge the Blackthorn City Gym, where the leader Claire uses Dragon-type Pokemon. She starts off with Gyarados and we send out Dragonfly. After we set up some double team, we get hit with a Dragon Rage. Its next Dragon Rage misses as we connect with a Silk Scarf boosted Hyper Beam, which brings it only to about quarter HP. Another Dragon Rage hits as we recharge and it misses the second one. A Silver Wind then knocks out Gyarados. Claire sends out Dragonair as we use U-turn and switch into King Carp. Dragonair hits us with Dragon Pulse and we retaliate with Ice Fang, knocking out Dragonair. Her second Dragonair also goes down to Ice Fang and then Claire sends out her ace Kingdra. We switch into Hedwig as we tank a Dragon Pulse and a Hydro Pump and hit it with Hypnosis. An Air Slash brings it to 75% HP and we knock it out with a Stab boosted Hyper Beam, winning us the match and our 8th gym badge. Is what I would have said if Claire wasn't such a sore loser. Seriously, first Whitney and now Claire. She tells us to take the Dragon Master Challenge in the Dragon's Den. She then freaks out when we did in fact pass, even when she didn't. The elf then threatens to tell on her to Lance, which I found funny, after which we get our final gym badge. In the Safari Zone, we find a Murkrow at which we catch and name Mafiosa. Then in the secret area in the Ruins of Alph, we find a Natu which we catch and name Sightseer. At the World Islands, we watch the Kimono girls do a ritual dance to summon Lugia, a cutscene which I always found cool playing it as I grew up. Even though Lugia is a flying type, it's a legendary, so we have to defeat it. After some grinding, we make our way to the Pokemon League. The first Elite Four member is Will, who uses Psychic types. He starts off with Xatu and we send out King Carp. It sets up Dragon Dance as Xatu uses Psychic. We get off another Dragon Dance as Xatu uses Confuse Ray, which activates our Persian Berry. Then a +2 attack Ice Fang knocks out Xatu. He then sends out Jinx as an Aqua Tail knocks it out. His third Pokemon is Executor, which also goes down to an Ice Fang. His next Pokemon is Slowbro, which is super bulky, so an Ice Fang does little damage as we switch into Dandelion as Slowbro keeps using Curse. We poison it and Slowbro uses Psychic and then we use Leech Seed. Another Psychic brings it to 24 HP as we use Synthesis to restore HP. However, when poison damage brought Slowbro in the red, Will uses a full restore which cures the poison status. After some stalling, Slowbro eventually goes down to poison damage and Leech Seed damage. His final Pokemon is Xatu and we switch into King Carp. Xatu gets off an Aerial Ace and a Psychic before we set up our Dragon Dance. We then outspeed and knock out Xatu, winning us the battle and our first Elite Four match. The second Elite Four member is Koga, a master of poison types. But before the match, we teach King Carp Natural Gift and give it an Aqua Berry. You'll soon see why. His first Pokemon is Ariados and as we send out Batgirl. A single fly knocks out the Ariados. His next Pokemon is a Venomoth, which also goes down to a fly. His third Pokemon is Fortress, a bug steel type Pokemon with a ×4 weakness to flying types. The move Natural Gift is a move whose type depends on the berry that is used. After some research, the Aqua Berry gives Natural Gift the fire typing. So after setting up 6 Dragon Dance, as Fortress uses its own setup moves, we outspeed on a +6 attack times 4 super effective natural gift knocks out Fortress. Afterwards, we sweep through his entire team, winning us the battle and our second Elite Four match. The third Elite Four member is Bruno, who uses fighting types. His first Pokemon is Hitmontop as we send out Batgirl. We go for Supersonic as it hits itself in confusion, but it breaks through and uses Quick Attack as we knock it out using Fly. He then sends out Onix and we switch into F1 Raptor. We set up 3 layers of spikes as Onix hits us with a Rock Slide and sets up Sandstorm. After 2 Steel Wing, Bruno uses a full restore. After a Rock Slide brings us to 25 HP, we knock out Onix after 3 Steel Wing. His third Pokemon is Hitmonlee as we switch into King Carp, and Blaze Kick does little damage. We go for Aqua Tail, but Hitmonlee outspeeds us and uses Swagger. But we break through the confusion and knock it out with a +2 attack Aqua Tail. He then sends out Hitmonchan but we push through the confusion and knock it out with another Aqua Tail. He then sends out his Ace Machamp and we snap out of the confusion and knock it out with another Aqua Tail, winning us the match and our third Elite Four battle. The final Elite Four member is Karen, who uses Dark types. Her first Pokemon is Umbreon as we send out Dragonfly. We set up 2 double team as it does the same, but then we hit it with a Silver Wind which does less than half. It retaliates with Payback and another Silver Wind brings it into the red, then it goes for a Feint Attack. Karen uses a full restore as we use U-turn and switch into King Carp. After setting up 2 Dragon Dance, Umbreon uses Confuse Ray. We break through the confusion, but Aqua Tail misses. After another Feint Attack, King Carp hits itself in confusion. After Payback leaves us with 36 HP, we knock out Umbreon with Aqua Tail. Her second Pokemon is Murkrow, which also goes down to an Ice Fang. She sends out her ace Houndoom, which goes down to a critical hit Aqua Tail. Her Vileplume and Gengar goes down to an Ice Fang and Aqua Tail respectively, winning us the battle and the final Elite Four match. In preparation for Lance's team, we give King Carp the Wakan Berry, which gives Natural Gift the electric typing. The champion Lance is a Dragon Master. His first Pokemon is Gyarados as we send out King Carp. Intimidate drops both of our attack as we start setting up Dragon Dance. His Gyarados uses Dragon Pulse as we set up another Dragon Dance. After a second Dragon Pulse, we knock it out with a ×4 super effective Natural Gift. His second Pokemon is Aerodactyl, which goes down to an Aqua Tail. His third Pokemon is Dragonite, which also goes down to a ×4 super effective Ice Fang. His second Dragonite also goes down to an Ice Fang. He sends out his ace, another Dragonite, go figure. How many does this guy have? But it too goes down to an Ice Fang. His final Pokemon, Charizard, goes down to an Aqua Tail, defeating Lance and winning us the run. As I'm getting more and more used to these runs, I'm discovering new strategies and using Pokemon that I normally would not have, and this has proven to be really fun so far. So if you guys like these type of videos, be sure to like, and if you want to be notified about future videos, then subscribe. Also comment on what types you want to see in the future. This is Ace Trainer Daryx, and remember to always battle like an Ace Trainer.